Hello! Welcome to the extra stream. Oh my gosh. A stream on Wednesday? What is this? Okay. Wow. A stream on Wednesday? Wow. My head's so wet. It's fine. Here, we're gonna make it so my ears stick out because it's my favorite. This is what I'm saying. I hated anything that drew attention to my ears when I was younger, and the older I've gotten, I love them now. I love them now. And there's a little me down there. Get out of here, goofball. Hey, speaking of Murloc Dodger, apparently they loved our Hearthstone stream so much that they've asked if I can do another one in the next week, which is hilarious to me because, as you recall, not good at that game, but they just thought it was such a fun time. They wanted me to do another one, so so great. Yeah. No longer dry elves, wet elves next time. We're committing. We're committing to the bit. Wet elves only. Yeah, so that's nice. That's fun. The Hearthstone gods were amused. They were like, yes. This funny American. Pay her more. You're right. Yeah, they knew what they were paying for. They got what they were paying for, apparently. And then they were like, another! And then broke something. I was wondering if you were bringing certain merch back. What merch? I'm making no merch promises right now. We're attempting to, well, maybe I shouldn't say that definitively until we actually are doing it, but, we are in talks right now to potentially do, like, Dodger merch through Dodger Coffee. Which would also include any future Cat Gang stuff. But yeah, none of that's like set in stone, but just to like consolidate and have everything in the same place because we keep having to like change things up and I think it's gotten frustrating for you guys. It's also been very frustrating for us. Trying to like figure out the best fit for us, and I know that the Dodger Coffee team has a really good like system going. So it's like a Halloween themed hoodie with a red demon on the back. I messed up and it got damaged. Is it the red demon holding the little puppy or whatever? I don't think that we'll probably ever do that design again. Will the shipping be cheaper? On what? On shirts? I have no idea. We're just all out here trying to do our best. Again, we're just talking about it. Shirts are cheaper to ship than coffee, absolutely. Coffee's a food product, so. Anywho. Is there any merch you haven't been able to do yet that you'd love to do? I would love to do some like interesting mugs at some point. I know we've done a couple of mugs with Dodger Coffee, but like I would love to do some other mug ideas. I would love to do like re-releases of like Dexbonus. It's been forever since we had Dexbonus out. After my mug addiction ebbed, I'm now addicted to printed pillows. What a specific addiction. I like it. Goodness. Oh. Cat gang socks with paw prints on the bottom. We've talked about doing socks before. We have talked about that. Oh, I'm so sorry about your dog. I hope he's okay. Is Dexbonus a reference to something like a game or a YouTube video? So all my stuff is called Dexbonus, right? And I think it started with Undertale. When we did the run of Undertale where you just murder everybody, people started calling me Dexbonus instead. And so occasionally we still make jokes about it being Dexbonus when we play games where we murder a lot of people. But we did this really, really neat design with this incredible illustrator named Mike. And God, it just wound up being awesome. It's still one of my favorite things that I've ever made, I think. And people keep asking for it to come back. So yeah. Yeah, it's very good. I would love to redo that. Listen. Sure. They just stick out. They've never stopped. They've never stopped sticking out. My little BB hairs, bro. Yeah, Cat's Coffee Burritos and Heart. That was a charity shirt we did. I also, that's the other thing is Dodger Coffee, you know, like in so many different ways tries to give back and has stuff like that built in. And so I think it would be easier to do things like that as well. Da 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 da. It's a Wednesday. Normally on a Wednesday I get to just kind of like chill in the morning. That was not this Wednesday. Sam had to go to the doctor's. His ears have been absolutely killing him. So he tried to go and they sent him home. He tried to go again today and they looked in his ears and basically said what we knew they were going to say, which is, well, you've got some wax buildup. And I thought surely they were going to be like, so we'll clean your ears out really quick and then we'll actually be able to see what the infection is like in there. And instead they were like, so your ears need to be cleaned out so that we can actually see the infection. So we're going to book you in for an ear cleaning in a week and then we'll take a look at them. And Sam was like, so I just have to like deal with this ear infection for another week is what you're telling me? What? So that's the situation Sam's in right now. And he was like, do I go to the gym? Do I do that? Like, if you want to, baby. So he's at the gym now. I know. It sucks. Both Sam and I are really prone to ear infections, but he develops wax like pretty quickly. And so, you know, if you have wax buildup, it makes it so the infection can't really heal very easily. Specsavers does earwax removal. My husband went there instead of waiting for a GP. I'm gonna text Sam that really quick. I'm gonna tell him. I had no idea. Did that instead. Yeah, Specsavers, it's where I got my glasses, actually. Beep. It feels, you know, why not? Let's go. Yeah, they're normally considered like an optician, an eye doctor place. But they've branched out into doing other stuff as well. I don't know. The one thing that I would wonder is if he went in there and he obviously had ear infections, would they still do earwax removal, right? Or would they look in his ears and be like, this is out of our depth? Yes, they do hearing aids, which is why I think they probably do the earwax stuff. Yeah, the girls are fine. I know. I'm someone who also develops earwax like mad. It messes with my head. I feel his pain. I've noticed lately it takes so long to get an appointment. Oof. Plantera warts. I'm not sure what those are, but it sounds painful, the name. Yeah, that's what I figure. Like, if they can take Sam quicker than a week, even to do just like, even to remove some of it would be so beneficial. How is Moral doing? Y'all just love hearing mushroom goss. I always get asked about Moral, almost like at the very beginning of the stream. We just love Moral. Thanks, guys. A proud mushroom mom. It feels weird calling myself Moral's mom when I also just play Moral. Yeah, I mean, Moral's doing alright. Moral's just staying in their lane, fucking trying to make medicine and shit. So. This? Thank you. I got it secondhand and I love it. Your Moral's consciousness. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's interesting because now we're past the halfway point on this season. And so I'm like, it's hard to gauge like what are good things to pursue and what are things that don't really make sense to pursue in the time that I have left. But I figure even just starting stuff and seeing how it goes is better than sort of sitting around, you know. I don't know. In our Discord, a couple of different clips were linked of Liacercops, who plays Bernie, talking about like how he's not really sure what to do with the character because the Undercity has been so weird this season. And he's not sure if he should like retire the character or not, and just kind of talking about his frustrations. A lot of it I totally empathize with and I totally understand. So yeah, it's hard to be a character that isn't like involved in like a, you know, one of the specific groups in the Undercity. You have to sort of like make your own plots and pursue them on your own. Any more vengeance / protest peeing from the cats? My life the last week has been cleaning things that have been peed on or vomited on, and it's, you know, sometimes I don't know if family life was for me. Clarky had like a weird stomach bug a few days ago that literally lasted for like a couple of hours and then was just gone, and she was totally fine and has been totally fine ever since then. It was the weirdest shit. We were like, she must have eaten something weird. But then also, you know how I was saying like, I don't want to assume this, but the Watson started doing this stupid peeing stuff. I think it's Watson, I'm pretty sure. But Watson started doing this stupid peeing stuff when I ran out of wet food and gave them dry food, right? And it felt like a weird food protest. So, I was feeding them wet food, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna feed them like a mix of wet and dry because now this dry food is open, right? So I'll just like feed them a mixture of both. And the second I did that, she did it again. And I was like, all right, I see how it goes here. Ma'am, are you kidding me? You're gonna pee all over the couch because I gave you dry food? diva behavior. Unreal. So, she's banned from the living room. She's not allowed in there. I know, my poor couch, dude. Thank God it's one of those IKEA couches where you can take the whole fucking thing apart. Because otherwise I'd be like, I guess we just sit on pee forever. I guess this is our life now. I say that, but like obviously there are services you can get. You can get people to come over and like deep clean your upholstery and shit. But like it's crazy. I don't think that this is a situation of, because I had also wondered this. I don't think that this is a situation of I ate something that disagreed with me and now I am like having to pee more or getting diarrhea or like anything like that, because she is specifically doing it in the exact same spot. And she stopped doing it because we used the enzyme cleaner and we kept her out of the room for a few days and did the whole fucking thing. And she did not pee there at all for like 2 or 3 days. And then I give her dry food again and she seeks out the same spot and pees on it. That doesn't say to me, I'm a kitty with a tummy problem. That says to me, I don't like this shit and I'm mad about it and I'm gonna pee on this couch again because I'm petty. So, I don't think it's a UTI because we had no issues for a few days there and it's always in the same spot. And UTIs typically, you see evidence of them with like small amounts of peeing in places where they're not meant to, where it's like, they're like oopsies, right? That are happening all over your house. That is not what's going on here. This is like, I am seeking out this specific spot and I'm peeing here. And if you were in the room, I would look you in the eyeballs while I did it. So. Yeah. Well, it's not like this isn't a thing cats do. Cats do this with change that they're upset about or anything else. They will seek out places that they completely associate with you and your comfort and pee on them. It is a deliberate thing they will do sometimes. It is their version of filling out like a comment card. So yeah, again, like, if she continues to do this, yes, of course I'll bring her in. But I'm sort of like testing and analyzing the evidence here. We've used the enzyme cleaner again. We've fed them only wet food, and again, there has been no problems. So, I'm making a judgment call, but obviously I'm still like observing the situation. Anyway, smooch your cats. You never know if they're mad at you. It sounds like the dry food is the criminal. You know? I agree. Going to dry food jail, exactly. Are we playing a game today? I plan to, yeah. Oh my god, it's Wednesday already. I keep feeling like it's the beginning of the week, but it's not, is it? Feels like a Monday for me. Yeah, it does feel like a Monday. I agree, it does. It's been Thursday for the past 3 days. My office looks snazzy. Thanks. That is why. Because normally Clarky goes to school on Monday, right? And this week her first day of school was today. So today feels like Monday because it's the first day that she's been out of the house in like a week, you know? It is 420. Shout out to Weed Day, everybody. The funny weed number is here. Yep. Where did the funny weed number come from? Do we know? Where did the funny weed number come from? It told me. It knew exactly what I wanted. The number 420 is code for marijuana. Their origins lie in the escapades of a group of friends from San Rafael High School in Northern California in 1971. 5 teenagers came into possession of a hand-drawn map supposedly locating a marijuana crop at Point Reyes. The friends, who called themselves the Waldos, met after school at 4:20 p.m. and drove off on their treasure hunt. We were smoking a lot of weed at the time, and half the fun was going to look for it. The group began using the term 420, so did friends and acquaintances. Who included, a couple of steps removed, members of the Grateful Dead. Interesting. And then the term spread among the band's fans, the Deadheads. Wild. Well, there you go. Yeah, there's your weed lore for 420. You're welcome. PNG tuber model. Oh my god. Oh, it's my anniversary today. I'm in the kitchen cooking a 3-course meal for my wife and watching the stream. That is very wholesome. Watching the stream is helping me not to drown in multitasking. I believe in you. That's great. Very wholesome. We're live. Extra stweam. Tweet. There. Handled. Nice glasses. Thank you. I'm like really upset because when I got these glasses, you know, I got two different pairs. I got these and then I got the thicker frames, like pink ones. And I loved those glasses and I haven't been able to find them since we moved to this house. Like, what happened? Why is this my life? Just losing glasses all the time. Did you watch the Spy X Family anime, Dodger? No. There's only one episode out so far, right? Yeah, I mean, these are the only glasses I've worn in a long time. That's why. 2 episodes? I'm so excited. I'm gonna get Sam to watch it with me. Yeah, if you haven't read, oh my god. If you haven't read the manga is so good. It's so cute, so funny, so well done. I've been very excited for the anime, so. Yeah, read the manga. Unless for you the anime is so good that you just want to experience the anime. I get that. I binged the manga after I watched it. Yeah. It's the manga is so, oh my god. It's one of those conceits where you think there's no way this is going to keep being funny. There is no possible way this is going to keep being funny for as many chapters as is in this manga. It's so good. Spy X Family. It's about a spy and it's about a spy and an assassin who are pretending to be parents to a little girl who is secretly a telepath. It is so ridiculous. So the dad is secretly a spy, the mom is secretly an assassin, and they are pretending to be the adopted parents of a telepathic girl. So she knows, because she can read their thoughts, right? So she knows what's going on with both of them. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny. I need you to read the manga or watch the anime or something. Just like give it a shot because it is so fucking funny. It's so well done. Yeah. So spy dad doesn't know mom is an assassin. Assassin mom doesn't know dad is a spy. Neither of them know that the daughter is a telepath, and the daughter knows everything about everyone. It's like the sort of comedy of errors where it's not frustrating. Does that make sense? I think that sort of conceit of like everybody is miscommunicating on purpose because they don't know important information about each other. I think that can be really exhausting. It's done so well in this. It's so funny. Who is our favorite and what we do in the shadows? Sam's favorite is absolutely Laszlo. Sam thinks he is like the funniest dude on the fucking planet. I love them all. Matt Berry, is that his name? I don't know the names of actors. It is. Look at this fucking dude. He was an IT crowd, I'm just remembering. No, what? One of these articles had a promotional picture of him posing, but half of his body was laying in the street. And I'm just trying to find a bigger version of that photo because it seems like a weird picture, but I can't find a bigger version of it, so it's fine. Yeah, well, we were talking about what we do in the shadows, so that's why. Yeah. I have been told about Wellington Paranormal, but no one's ever like talked about it in a way where it's like, this is so funny, you gotta check it out. Does that make sense? Oh, shoot. I forgot about a thing. It's okay though. We just really want to watch Our Flag Means Death. We haven't been able to watch that yet. I was supposed to have a meeting in an hour, and I forgot, but it can be pushed, so it's not big. Yes, please. Sorry. Yeah, I've had quite a few people say that it's great. And also, more than one person has come to me and said that Blackbeard in that show reminds them of Sam. So I'm like, I just want to see it. I just want to know if I agree. Yes, 100%. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, cool. All sorted. All sorted. Everything's fine. Now that the connection has been made, I can see it. I wish to watch. I wish to watch this. How was Clarky's birthday? I haven't watched streams since last week. You haven't missed much because I wasn't able to stream Saturday or Monday. So yesterday is the first time I've streamed in like 5 days. But her birthday went fantastic. It was so fun. I was really stressed about it, but we had it at my mother-in-law's house because they've got like a nice, just like simple backyard, and they offered. So I was like, sure. When I came over there, they had already hung up a bunch of like balloons and all sorts of things, which was so sweet. Yeah, we did. We borrowed the, my brother-in-law, for whatever reason, just owns a bouncy castle. Not like a gigantic one, but like big enough, right? I was like, so Sam messaged him being like, hey, you have a bouncy castle, right? Can we borrow it? So we used the bouncy castle, and then I set up a station for face painting, and the plan was that I was going to, because Clark's very like hands-on crafty like I am, so she wanted like activities, she wanted stuff that she could do. So I had suggested a face painting thing, and the plan was that I would face paint on the other kids, right? But what it wound up being was all of the kids getting so excited and face painting on each other. And they actually did amazing with it. Like, really well. It wasn't super messy or anything. I was really shocked. And I said this before, but like I had written on the invite, like, fairy magic can be a little messy, so make sure, you know, that you bring a change of clothes, or like clothes you don't mind if they get stained. So, but like, yeah, they loved like giving each other tattoos, quote unquote, and like painting on each other's faces and stuff. They loved that. And then the other thing that Clarky asked for was that everybody got to decorate their own cake. So I was like, okay, so should we do cupcakes and then just have, you know, like tubs of icing and then all different kinds of sprinkles and stuff like that, and you can just decorate your own cupcakes? And she was like, yes, that sounds amazing. So all the kids decorated their own cupcakes, and it was very cute, and I took pictures of all of them. Yeah, so it was a very like tactile birthday, and they had so much fun. And unfortunately, a few of the cousins were sick that day. They literally woke up and just didn't feel well, so they didn't show up. But both of Clark's best friends were able to make it, which is what we were really worried about. So. But yeah, long story short, Clarky's birthday was great. She doesn't turn 4 until the 28th, but I feel like getting kids to choose their own cake and then face painting each other is more fun for the kids. I think so too. Letting them just like do it themselves. Yeah. It's also like, I don't know. That sounds more fun to me. I was also going to have, I was going to get like a big board and write Clark's name on it, and then just like put out like paints and crayons and whatever else, and just let the kids draw all over it. But especially because not that many kids were even there, it was kind of like, we don't really need another activity. You know, it's only a 2-hour birthday, so.
Welcome.
Peapod Spoon. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. I hope you're having a great day. Ah. Don't do that, you'll make me sleepier. I'm sorry. Here, I need to drink the rest of this. Advice for a D&D character. Oh my gosh, I'll do my best. In a normal party, he'd probably be pretty passive. He'll fight, but he prefers to talk. His current party is incredibly confrontational. Oh, it's so incredibly confrontation avoidant. They won't even fight bandits who are literally robbing them. They've been in-game getting mad at him for initiating fights, and they say he's too violent. He's having trouble relating to them, and I'm not sure what to do with him. Oh gosh, it sucks when you make a character and it feels like they're just not vibing with the rest of the group. Interesting. I mean, like, do you feel like as the character, because it's your character, right? Do you feel like your character would leave the party if not for the fact that, like, you're all at a table together? If your character has a reason to stay with these people, then, like, in character, I think, you know, you need to figure out how to come to some sort of an agreement. Otherwise, like, if your character just isn't gelling with them, it feels kind of like a reroll situation if, like, everybody's just always mad at you. Look, my very first D&D character was starting shit all the time, and it got to a point where they were like, I had died twice, and they went to a lot of trouble to bring me back, and both times that I died, it was my own fucking fault. And and finally, they were like, why are we trying to bring this person back? They suck. I was like, you know what? Fair. You know what? Fair. You don't gotta bring Tack back. I get it. I have thought about making Tack in another thing, though. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing that I was going to ask, but I didn't know if it was, like, too intrusive. But, like, is there potentially an issue out of character? Like, a conversation that needs to happen about, like, what type of game you guys are trying to play? Because it sounds like also potentially they're trying to play a different sort of game than you are. I don't know. It's hard. The world wasn't ready for them. Again, this is my very first D&D character, and if your first D&D character doesn't have something that's really cringe about them, then, like, I don't know. But I was playing a really edgy changeling, and they were a rogue. It's my first character, and one of the very first things that I did as this character was try to decapitate a guard with a with a knife, and my DM was like, it's a knife, so if you roll a nat 20, I guess, but otherwise this is gonna go really badly for you. And I did not roll a nat 20. First timers love to be the chaotic neutral rogue. It's true, they do. They do. That's very true. My DM had to have a conversation with me where he was like, you're not chaotic neutral, you're evil. You're actually evil. So I think you need a conversation about what the difference is there. Yeah, one day I'll play TAC again. Hold on. I'm gonna show, just because it's on topic, I'm gonna show you guys a thing. Here it is. Here it is. You're a criminal, cute and creepy. He posted this in Godforge chat almost immediately after the last session. If you watch Godforge, you know why. It was bad. It was an exercise in pain. That last episode. Yeah, I mean, I think that like I think Fabia is an easily playable amount of chaotic for me, right? I still wouldn't say that she's chaotic neutral. I think she's probably more chaotic good. But like, I think that truly playing chaotic neutral is difficult. Because it requires you to prioritize your own wants and needs and enjoyment. And regardless of whether you're with an evil or a good group, that will occasionally get you into situations that are not great for like group dynamic, you know? Yeah, Fabia loves to just like stir the pot in fairly, what's the word that I'm looking for? Fairly harmless pot stirring, right? Oh! Spatula, thank you for the raid, bud. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're hanging. We're talking about D&D and stuff. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you had a good stream, bud. Welcome. Doing a little extra stream today. I normally don't stream on Wednesdays, so we just chillin'. I'm playing my first chaotic neutral character. I'm trying so hard not to be accidentally evil. It's so hard. It is really hard. I think that, at least for me, I'll just speak for me. For me, in the past when I've been like, I'm chaotic neutral, it's been because I actually wanted to be evil but didn't fucking commit, right? So chaotic good has been a lot easier for me to do. Unbind yourself from alignments. I mean, most people don't give a shit about like discussing alignments as hard and fast things anymore. They're just kind of like fun to sort of speculate about, like, what is this character? Like, where would they fall on an alignment chart? you know, typically you as the player, you have a good finger on the pulse of like what your character is and how they would behave. But it's kind of fun to do like check-ins like that sometimes, because occasionally you start off thinking your character is going to be one thing, and then when you analyze their actions, you're like, might be a little evil. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, of course. I took Monday off. I've literally been working for 2 hours and I thought it was Tuesday until you said that. I was saying earlier, because a bunch of us were like, is it not Monday? I have a kid and today was her first day back at school. And so because of that, I was like, Monday? No, Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. Oh yeah, I mean, intention is always important. Why is your character doing that thing, right? Those are always, there's too much nuance. That's why a lot of people hate the alignment chart. Because, you know, people can't be boxed in that easily. It is Wednesday, yeah. It's Wednesday. I only tried to play 4th edition a little bit. Octo loves 4th edition. Really, really loves it. He thinks that there's a lot of stuff in 4th edition that was really valuable. I played a lot of 3.5 and then 5e. But I only really dabbled with 4, and going from 3.5 to 4, I hated that. I really, really hated it. Because 3.5, I think some people felt like 3.5 was too much, but to go from 3.5 to 4, which pared down everything too much, I think. 5 has been a good middle ground. 2.5 was in depth, but it was the first way that I played. So to be given what I felt like were a lot of tools, and then to have a lot of those tools taken away for ease of use felt disappointing for me. Like, but where are all of my other skills and things, you know? So I'm a total shit IRL, but in games I always want to play good boy healers. We all drift towards like a comfort RP thing, I think. Yeah, and again, sort of going back to why we originally started talking about this, but like every table is gonna be different, right? Like every group of players is gonna be different and want to play a different type of game. I've really been enjoying playing with like the Hellions group. I'm not just saying that because Nick is in here now, although hi Nick, you're lovely. But it's been really fun playing with the Hellions group because everybody in that group is like really into the RP side of things, right? Like all of the players do like side play-by-post stuff. Like they're all really into their characters and character exploration and like all of that sort of shit. Like that's the stuff that really like, you know, makes it. So that's been really fun to be in a game where it's like, we're all about characters. We're all about the RP, right? Like, how do your characters feel about that? Tell me in a play-by post, right? Like, that shit's really fun, I think. I wouldn't do super well in a group where everybody was like, we want to do, you know, intense political RP. We want to do, you know, like, our group is part of a war and it's going to be lots of combat and strategy, right? Like that wouldn't be my thing. I wouldn't excel at it, and I don't think I would enjoy it very much. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with playing that way, right? So yeah. I mean, until recently, I went through a stint where I was only playing assholes. There was obviously something, like, internally that I was trying to figure out, right? like I was working on something. So, yeah, I totally get that. Feeling like, a character that you make is a fun way to, like, explore something, or, like, it's, like, therapeutic in a way. How can I be the best asshole? You gotta ask yourself, why the asshole? Why asshole? Why asshole? What asshole be asshole about? Important questions. What asshole not be asshole about? Also important questions. Why asshole? Because my owner gave me dry food. We did it. We went full circle. I'm so proud of all of us. Thank you guys. There's nowhere else to go from here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down. My cat's been peeing on stuff if I give her dry food, for anybody who's shown up. For anybody who's shown up and missed that. My cat's a dickhead. I know, the petty shit this cat does. Stream's over, everybody. It's been real. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day, etc. Cat revenge. I got booted from chat. What happened? Any suggestions on a good D&D series? Do you want there to be visuals, or are you okay with it being like podcast style? I think Dungeons and Daddies is such a funny D&D podcast. A lot of people love the first story in Adventure Zone. I found it really difficult to get into Adventure Zone for whatever reason. But Dungeons and Daddies I adore. I think it's so good. If you want to like watch something, I love all of the Dimension 20 stuff. I think all of their stuff is good. Our cat Butterbean? Butterbean is the fucking cutest name I've ever heard for a cat. I don't think I've ever heard a better name for a cat. It's my darling.
Hi.
He's strong. He's powerful. Hello.
Are you hungry?
Not super hungry. What's up?
Well, I got a tuna baguette from the gym, so I could cut it in half if you
Oh, no, you can eat it.
Okay.
Look at these. Look at these. Sorry, did that hurt?
No.
Okay. Hey, Watson.
She's staying in here?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let her out if she wants to leave. Is Sam still growing out his hair? Is he done with that? I mean, he has yet to cut it, so if that's, I don't know if that's the answer that you wanted, but come here. The dickhead. This is the one. Here she is. What an asshole. Hi. Have you peed on anything today? Anything you're not supposed to? You have to tell me if you're a cop. You may lap. You may lap. Confess. Tell me everything. My friend's cat is called Stinky. Are you telling me I should just rename my cat to Asshole? Or it could be like a title. You know? Watson. First of her name. What country do you come from? I'm from America. Oregon State is where I grew up. And then I lived in Los Angeles for about 10 years. So I say like a lot. And some of my sentences have like an upward swing that even annoys me. And now I live in England, so some of the ways that I structure sentences have gotten really weird. Your ears are a little warm. Are you okay? Beep, beep, beep. I've always said like. I've always thrown too many likes in the middle of my sentences. What actually annoys me is when I write them. If you've ever gotten a long DM from me, I've probably put like with a comma after it in the middle of a sentence for no reason. Just because that's how I would say it out loud. So that's how I'm typing it. And when I go back and reread things that I've written, I'm always like, I put a lot of likes in there. Sometimes I'll literally edit the message so that I can take the likes out because they literally don't need to be there. They don't gotta be there. It's just there to mimic the way that I would say stuff out loud. Once it was pointed out to me how much people say it, I can't not hear it. I know that when they first started to do, like, Star Wars New Canon Book Club and Shilluminati and all of that sort of stuff, people were really hard on Fossiani, which I think is mean. People were really hard on Alex Fossiani because he says like probably more than anybody that I know. So if he's working through a thought, the whole time that he's talking, he's saying like, right? So it'll be, and then like they were they were like trying to like say that, you know, an alien was like just hanging out at like the barn. People would be just going, he says like so much, but you know, especially that area of America, they say like all the time. Right? Fossiani is awesome. Here's an example of something that when written out, depending on where you live, you might read it differently. So I messaged Sam earlier, if you'll recall. I messaged Sam saying one of my viewers said Specsavers does earwax removal, and they did that instead of waiting for the GP. So Sam's just now seen that, and he said, no shit. So depending on where you live, you will either take that as, yeah, no shit, right? Or you will take that as, no shit, like you didn't know. Yeah, which is it? This is why it's important. This is why sometimes context and knowing the person really matters. How did Sam mean it? He meant it as, no shit. And then he said, I'm booking it now. No shit, positive. Yes. See, that would make me angry. But again, it depends on how you're reading it, right? There's no reason to be angry if the way that he means it is, no shit, I didn't know that. It's just a language difference, right? It's just the way that the English language is being used from place to place, you know? This isn't Sam going, yeah, no shit, idiot, right? Obviously, that's not what he's going to say to me, the love of his life, who is a 12 out of 10 in this house. Thank you very much. It's hard to get context and inflection via text. Exactly, yeah. I'm just saying, this is why sometimes you message somebody or you read something and you take it one way and then you're like, wait, is that how they meant it? Because I definitely reacted bigly in one direction or the other. My favorite with the UK is you okay, which is just how are you doing? Yeah. I struggled with that a lot when I first spent a lot of time with Sam's family. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? But what they actually mean is, it's basically how you doing, right? It doesn't require an answer. How you doing is also weird as a greeting. It is, yeah. Questions that aren't meant to be answered. I know. You want out? Okay. Why are you asking then, SMH? I have a neurodivergent friend that is like, that's the bane of their existence, is questions that aren't in context meant to be answered, or like phrases that where you say one thing but what you've said is not what you meant. You know, like stuff like that. They're just like, why can't people just say exactly what they mean? I hate it. Yeah. There's a video that I watched. This is like, it's stuff like this that I wouldn't even think of. There's a video that I watched on TikTok of somebody who was talking about how the phrase, "Do you want to go get a coffee?" was always really wound up being really confusing for them as an adult. Because I wish I knew who the creator was. I bet I could find them, but they were basically saying, like, to them, if somebody said to them, "Do you want to go get a coffee?" they would just always say no because they don't like coffee. And it wasn't until somebody explained to them, like, you don't have to get a coffee. It's they want to like go do something with you, like grab a drink of whatever kind and just spend time with you. You don't have to get coffee. And they were like, no shit. In the Sam way. No shit. Like, are you really? This whole time I've been saying no to potential hangouts with people because I thought that it would be a social requirement for me to get coffee in that situation, but I wouldn't have to. Really? I was like, oh, yeah, stuff like that you don't think about until it's brought up, right? Oh my God. I realized a thing about myself yesterday, I think. This is gonna be one of those situations. This is gonna be a no shit situation, but not positive. So, I pick at my fingers a lot, basically every day. I bite at my fingers, I pick at my fingers, I do it constantly. And if I'm stressed out, I do it even more. And I watched a video where somebody was like, if you have dermatillomania and you pick at your fingers and bite at your fingers all the time, you should get X, Y, and Z, or try doing X, Y, and Z. And I was like, I pick at my fingers all the time and I don't have dermatillomania. And then realized, or do I? I've known what dermatillomania is my whole life. Not my whole life, but like since I was pretty young, because I knew somebody who did it really badly, like picked at their skin everywhere. And trichotillomania, which I think is pulling hair out. I had a friend who pulled out their eyelashes and their hair a lot, so I knew about that one really early on too. And so in my mind, it was, I don't do that specific thing, so that's not what I have. I just pick at my fingers. And now I'm realizing that what I have done my whole life is actually a form of dermatillomania. And that I should probably get like some sort of thing to put over my fingers to cover them to stop doing that. Because I have a skin picking compulsion. The old I'm not the worst case example, so this couldn't be me. Yeah, because the version of it that I had seen in my life was not what I was doing. And yeah, so I saw this person. They found these little like rubber things that they put over their fingers to keep themselves from doing it. I don't know if you're able to see this, but like basically the sides of my fingers, every single finger, the sides of my fingers are a mess always because I constantly pick at them. So the idea is that if you can get something that covers the area that you pick at, but gives you like a texture or something different to feel, then when you go to like touch those areas, you're still getting some sort of like a stimulation because like there's like, you know, a texture or whatever there, but it's also covering up the areas that you tend to pick at and make bleed or do something with, right? So I might be getting some of those. We'll see if that helps. Because my fingers hurt a lot. My fingers hurt all the time, but I've done it for so long that it's like normal life for me, right? And it's not the sort of pain that has much of an impact on my life, right? It's just the sides of my fingers, but it is a situation where I'm like, I could be doing something about that. I've just done it for so long that I hadn't thought about doing something about it. Does that make sense? Is it more than just biting your nails? Yeah, it's not biting my nails. You might have even seen me do it on stream before. Yeah, I wish, well, maybe it's best that you can't see it. So on this thumb currently, there's like a little open wound right here, and there's a bunch of skin missing all the way along it. And this side has some skin hanging off that I keep picking at. It's the same on this finger. One of my fingers is almost always bleeding. It's not ideal. It's one of those like compulsive things that I think I really normalized when I was a kid, and I've just continued to do it as an adult. But so what I found, if you want to see what I'm like trying to get, here, let me see if I can get this picture up. So I'm getting these to see if these help, because they still would let my nails be out, but they would cover up all of the areas that I tend to pick at, which would be good. So this, if you see, I just looked up nail covers. So this is what I'm gonna try and do. The ones that I saw in the video initially were literally just tubes that go around the finger, but I couldn't find them to buy easily, so. Finger Crocs! I'm getting finger Crocs. Little cones of shame for your fingers. They need them. They need them. I think I would find them distracting, potentially, but like there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do. Your fingers are so involved in your daily life typically. Not for everybody, obviously, depending on like your body and stuff, but like a lot of us tend to do a ton of shit with our fingers. Anything that gets in the way of our fingers is going to be noticeable and potentially annoying, right? I've already like sort of mentally accepted that that's the situation. You also just learn to do things with things on your hands. It's true. Yeah, and if you pull out hair or eyelashes or things like that, that's another like compulsive thing. I think is called trichotillomania. That's another one that a lot of people have that you can look up and see how other people deal with that. So. Oh. Anywho, if any of you guys just had a weird moment like I did yesterday, you're welcome for that. Yeah. Yeah, we can move on. Sorry, guys. The last thing that I was gonna say, just because it's being brought up in chat, is Jeannie also has some like compulsive stuff with her hands, and she said the same thing, that like it was something that helped her was having like a nail kit around, like keeping a nail kit in her purse, or just like always knowing where it is in the house, and if there's something going on with her fingers, sort of forcing herself to use the nail kit to like clip things off, or like just to take better care of her fingers and her nails, sort of helped her. My problem is that I don't realize I'm doing it. Sometimes I'll be in the car and Sam will be like, stop biting your fingers, and I won't even realize that I was doing it. And again, it's not biting my nails, it's like biting my actual fingers. I won't realize I was doing it because I'm just like, you know. So so yeah, I do think that stuff can help. But I think the first thing for me would need to be just like eliminating the option where when I go to do it, there's rubber there instead. Wear mittens? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll wear my little finger condoms and see how it goes. Aaron, what's up, dude? What if you had hot dog fingers? What do you mean? Like, do you mean thicker fingers, or do you mean little hot dogs to put on my fingers? Or do you mean my fingers are actually hot dogs? It's hard to tell with you. Whatever the opposite of fingerless gloves is, perfect. But yeah, your fingers are literally hot dogs. Okay. I don't know that I want that. I don't know that I have the strength. Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad used to put like hot sauce on my fingers and all kinds of things, and I just ate it off. Anywho, I said we were gonna move on. We'll talk about a different thing. Aaron, how are you? How's shit? Well, I started at 2, so I started an hour later than my normal streams happen. I'm trying to get my life together to start making art again. Yo. I feel that. I still have the Monster Hunter table we made. Yes. I was thinking about doing a new wood burning project. I'm not sure what to do though. I have this cool bookshelf here. I thought about doing like some little designs along the sides. For anybody who doesn't know, Urchin13, who's in chat, is Aaron Umatani, who I did a decent amount of the Swords and Stitches show with. And he's lovely. What do you use to do the wood burning? You can get little, they're just like little wood burning tools that you can get pretty easily at most craft stores. You should make some art. It's good for the soul. It is. It's true. I've been drawing a lot more. I've been drawing a lot recently, actually. It's been very nice. And Clark is like super into just... I was talking about this the other day, but Clark is like so... You know, she's like 4. Art doesn't need to be anything other than just like a fun, cool thing that she's made, which is so freeing and beautiful, and I love it. So every single day she wants to like draw something, make something, glue something, you know, she just wants to like create, and it's so cool. And I love doing that with her because the vibe is so just like, we're just like making something, just like for fun. Like nobody needs to see it. I think that's so great. Little kids do art the way I wish I could do art. Yeah. Bro, Clark took 8 buttons, 8 different buttons, and glued them all together, and then put a little wooden skull on top, and then put googly eyes all over the skull. And that was her art the other day. And she's been so proud of it, and she's shown it to everyone. You know, it's like, it's great. She's also really into experiments right now. So she took a pot and filled it with water. She did all of this without asking me for a single thing. She was just doing it next to me while I was cooking. And I was like, she put water in a pot and then added a bunch of glue. And some food coloring, and then she threw a doll in there, which I was like, honey, there's glue in there, but whatever. And then once the doll was in there, she was like, oh, I need sugar. Went and grabbed sugar, poured a bunch of sugar in, and then mixed it all up, and then said, I need to let it sit so that it turns into gummies. And that was it. And I was like, good. Beautiful. Yeah, so I think that she either watched a slime video or maybe at school they made slime, because she had also mentioned that, like, Mommy, I think that we should make some slime. And I was like, I've never made slime before. Let me look at what you need. And she was like, all you need is glue and water. And I was like, I don't think that's true. She was like, you only need glue and water. Trust me. And I was like, I do love you very much, but I'm going to go ahead and look this up. And upon looking it up, you need more than just glue and water. I know, you're shocked. And she proceeded to be like, Mommy, I can't believe you're letting stupid DIYs limit your imagination, and then just started adding stuff together. So yeah, it would have been the perfect decoupage mix. That's so true. I should have been like, yo, let's repurpose this. But instead, well, she left it in a drawer. She found an empty drawer and said that it needed to sit, and put it in the drawer and then closed it. And so that night I took it out because she was checking on it all day, so I couldn't remove it before this. But that night I took it out and dumped it. So... I know, you're all horrified that I threw it away, but if it helps, she woke up the next day and immediately asked to go and check on it, and I had to tell her the ugly truth that I had thrown it away. So it's okay. She's moved on. She's moved on to being a bug collector now. Because my sister-in-law, as an early birthday gift, gave her a bug safari kit, which came with like binoculars and a net and like a little orb thing to like grab bugs in, and a container to put them in that magnifies them so you can look at them better. And so every single day, we've gone on a walk, and she finds and manages to trap like a bunch of bugs, and she's obsessed with it. So yeah. So I told her that I was gonna get her, I was talking about this on Super Cousin Time, but I told her that I was gonna get her a journal, a bug journal, because I said, you know what some people will do is they'll get a bug and they'll like look at it and really observe it, and then they'll draw it in a book to like keep track of all of the different bugs that they found. And she was like, Mommy, we need bug journals yesterday. So yeah, so we're getting bug journals now. Yesterday it was all spiders. We had 4 spiders in that fucking thing, and I was like, I think we should really let them go. And she was like, no, Mommy, they're making webs together. They're fine. And I was like, I don't know that they feel the same. I think probably they desperately want to leave. It was very cool, though, to look in there and see 4 completely different types of spiders in one container. But I was like, I think we need to let them out before they start murdering each other in there, or whatever it is that they do. She was like, they're just all gonna work together and make a web. It's like, I don't know. I also want to believe that. I don't think that's how it works, though. You're such a brave mom. I could never. I hate all bugs. Oh, I really like bugs. So it's been an easy, like, having a kid that also really likes bugs has been pretty easy. I tend to flinch really easily around bees and wasps. As much as I love bees and appreciate bees, I can't just like handle my shit around bees. I think because I got stung so badly when I was a kid. And big spiders. Big spiders I have trouble just like grabbing, you know? Yeah. We've had 3 different gigantic wasps show up in our house. So we're worried that there's a wasp nest nearby. Because, you know, it's been warmer, so we've been leaving windows open. So we're like, well, they're obviously flying in from somewhere. Is the wasp video with Sam real? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a real thing that happened. That wasn't a skit. That wasn't a goof. That was a real thing that my husband did. No, they do not put screens on their windows out here. No, they don't. They do not put screens on their windows out here. And I am baffled, forever baffled. You have to like buy them specifically. Yeah, for those of you who have not seen the video of my husband's, let me set the scene for you. And then you can watch the video. Or maybe you've watched the video and you would like some context. Here's the context. My husband, Sam, in the command, I call him a fearless dum-dum. It's for a reason. We were having a barbecue at our place and we realized that there was a wasp's nest that had been developed at some point in our backyard, specifically inside of the big umbrella that we had back there. And so our friends Jeannie and Isaac were over, and Isaac was trying to be like the very logical, level-headed one who was looking up exactly what it is that you're meant to do with wasps, right? And was like, well, you know, they say that you should probably wait until nighttime or like do X, Y, and Z. Jeannie and I were like, fucking hate wasps. I don't really want to deal with this. I don't know what to do. Like, should we try and have this barbecue somewhere else? And Sam goes, people are coming over. We don't have time to like faff around. I'm just going to grab the nest and jump in the water. And we were like, please don't do that. And he was like, the nest is pretty small. I'm going to just take a towel, grab the nest, and before they can sting me, I'll jump in the water and just drown them all. And I was like, please don't do that. Went into the kitchen, went to look out the window, which is when this is happening. Went to look out the window and realized that he was already outside. And I was like, oh my God, he has a towel in his hands. He's doing it. And that's the video. That's the video. He grabbed the nest. He jumped in the water. Did not get stung once. They all died in there. We had no issues with wasps the entire barbecue. The most annoying thing was that we had to fish all of the wasps out of the water, but there was literally no drawback to him doing that. It's actually insane. It's still a fucking crazy thing to me. So yeah, that's the Sam Wasp video. Yeah, there's the link. If you do !wasps, it links it in chat. Yeah, I am not suggesting that anybody should do this. Sam rolled a nat 20 and lived. Please don't do this. I can be simultaneously very impressed with my husband for doing this and managing to not get stung and that it all wound up okay. That does not mean that I think that generally this would go okay. Wacky. I told you guys about the space thing, right? Clarky's space trap that she made. Hold on, let me grab the picture. Yes, last stream. Okay, I have a picture. Hold on, let me show it to you. So you can see what it was that she was making. Oh my god. Clark, you're too big. Okay, so this is my kid. So this thing that she's making in this picture, she was drawing something on my tablet, right? And I was like, what are you making, honey? And she had asked for me to help her make stars. She was like, it's space. And I was like, oh, very, very neat. It looks like it's a bubble of space. And she was like, it is. And I said, oh, but there are like some paths out to get out. And she was like, no. It's like, wait, they're not paths to get out? She was like, no, if you try to leave that way, it's a trap. I was like, oh, okay. So what is this? And she was like, well, if you don't do anything, then you pop out. But if you try to leave, you die. I was like, what is this energy? What do you mean? I was like, wait, so you wind up in a pocket of space, not just like space, but like actual like planet space. You wind up in a pocket of space, and there are obvious paths to get out, but if you try to use them, they are traps and they kill you. She was like, yes. I was like, and the only way that you can get out is by not doing anything. And she was like, yes. How many of you feel like you are in a dungeon party that would manage to get out of this if literally all you had to do was nothing? No way. I'd be dead. It was so like, what? Have a party of over planners. That's true. If nobody can make a decision for long enough, eventually they would just pop out. It was very funny. How is Sam's new car? I have yet to be in it, actually. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a great car. I mean, we've only had it for a couple days, so I haven't been able to like hang in it yet. Yeah. So we now have busted shitty car, and we have I mean, it's a used car, but we have a new car for us. Oh my god, I actually have no idea what kind of car it is. But Sam loves it. He's very happy with it, so. It's like champagne colored. Yeah, look, old and busted and I, we're still thick as thieves. Those kinds of cars are called new to you. Fun fact. Oh, well, there you go. Can you drive stick? No, I cannot. I have driven stick, but not in like, oh my God, probably 15 years. Are you good at parallel parking? What is this? Why am I being hounded about driving? No, assume I'm bad at all of it. Assume that I'm bad at all driving. Yeah, manuals are like, I don't want to say they're extremely common here, but like in America, I think you could make the assumption that most people drive automatic. Not here. Not here. How is it to drive on the left side of the road? It's fine. Your brain adjusts really fast, to be honest. Yes, that's true. There are two different types of car driver's licenses that you can get. One is the manual, and if you are approved to drive manual, you can drive both manual and automatic. If you have a license that is just for automatic, you cannot legally drive manual. That's silly. Why? We're establishing right now that a lot of people that know how to drive automatic do not know how to drive manual. I could not safely drive a manual vehicle. No, otherwise, like, why would there be separate licenses for motorcycles, for semi-trucks, for cars, right? If it was just about like how well you know the rules of the road, then there would just be one license for everything, but there isn't. You have to prove that you can safely drive a specific type of vehicle. I am not forklift certified, no. Where did that come from? What is the forklift certified thing? It's an ad? Oh. Interesting. At the time that, at least this is what my dad said. I don't know whether or not this was true. At the time that, when I was like 15, I knew how to drive all of our tractors. And we lived in the country, right? So people would drive tractors on the road sometimes to get from one place to another. If you live in farm country, you've probably gotten stuck behind a tractor before and you feel my pain. But my dad was like, yeah, if like you could technically drive the tractor on the road. I don't know that that's true or that it's true anymore. I think I would need to get a license to be able to drive the tractor on the road, I think. It varies from state to state. No, my California license worked for a certain amount of time and then had to get provisional UK license. Okay. Should we play a thing? Feels like a chill day today. I don't know that I want to play anything like new, but I'm curious where you were in California. I worked in Los Angeles for a few years. I grew up in Oregon in Clackamas County. How long is the stream today? Until 7-ish. So it should be the same amount of time as one of our normal streams. I lived right by the airfield in Oregon City. Oh my gosh! Oregon City was about 25 to 30 minutes from me. Okay, let's take a break. I'll run a poll in chat, so keep your eyes peeled if you'd like to vote on what we play. And then, yeah, when we come back, we'll chill and play a game. It's all gonna be stuff that I've played a bunch so that I can still just kind of like hang and talk to chat and whatever. So it'll probably be stuff like Minesweeper, Monster Train, Radical Dungeon, like that sort of stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out. We'll run some ads. I'll be right back. Y'all just killing the merchant? Kill the merchant has never won a poll. What are y'all doing? Alright, we got 1 more minute until I'm back. Okay, hello, sorry. No! Okay, what an explosive start to the second half of this stream. My headphone fell off. My headphone fell off. One sec. No! No! Chad is planning crimes. Me too. Bitch, me too. Okay. Come on. Come on. Stay. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, no! I think I kind of see what's happening here, maybe. You better have a merchant to murder. I don't. I don't, monsters. It's not meant to be an actual answer. So what are we doing? It was a test and we failed. View results. Kill the merchant. But Minesweeper. Okay. We were promised murder. Then, I mean, what better form of murder than by way of mines, I guess. Oh my god. Anyone know what the biggest Minesweeper solve ever is? What? MegaMinesweeper.com? Hold on. Tile size. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no. Mm-mm. If I can't see the whole board, I don't want it. You know, do you feel me? Oh, that's large. Oh, that's too big. That's too big. What's our normal? 30 by 60. I keep forgetting about the Murloc. It's pretty, I mean, it's pretty cute. Can someone explain what Murder the Merchant means if it's not a game? It's meant to be like a non-answer for if you just want to see the results. So we put it at the end of every poll. But it's not a real it's not a real answer. Yeah, it was a goof from Graveyard Keeper, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think that's fine. Change our title. Minesweepies. Hey. Hey. Look into my cold dead eyes. No backseating. Don't tell me where shit is, okay? You'll be in so much trouble. I'll be furious. Don't do it. Don't tell me where a mine is. If I say chat, I need help. Tell me where a solvable area is. You try to explain to me the area to look in. You don't tell me what's there. Okay? Do you get it? Do you feel me? Do you understand? Okay. I have to scooch in on this. Wait. What's happening here? This. Yeah. How come I can't see it now? Oh my god. We're missing! It keeps vanishing. What's happening? Why? Just show me. Just do. What? It was just there. Oh my god. I will teach you, Minesweeper. I will teach you. I will teach you. I will teach you. I will teach you. Nothing. What is happening? What's going on? Why will nothing show up? Display capture won't work. Window capture won't work. What's happening? What? I'm so confused. What is going on? How come? Okay, I'm gonna close it and then reopen it because this is madness. Okay. Okay, wait. Now it works. What, ma'am? What is going on here? Whatever. Whatever. As long as you guys can see it, I don't give a shit. Okay. 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 Okay, we're here. We did it. Okay, so how does Minesweeper work? Are you ready? Do you have your listening ears on? So, it's a logic number game. Each number corresponds to a mine. So, the information you're provided in the game is how many mines are touching each square. So the easiest place to start is something like this, right? Where we have a 1 that's saying, I'm touching 1 mine. All of the other blocks, all of the other squares that are cardinal or diagonal from it have already been clicked. There's only one option, right? So we can say, well, that's the mine. So we right click it, it's marked, it's the mine. And then you use that information to figure out the next step. So we can then move on to, like, say, this one right here that's also trying to tell us, hey, I'm only touching 1 mine, but we already marked one, right? Like, this is diagonal from it, which counts. If it's only meant to be touching 1 mine, then that's it. So these 2 things must be fine. And then we can go on to a 2. This 2 is supposedly touching 2 mines. One's already been marked, so we can mark this other one because it was only touching 2 unclicked squares, right? And then the 3 even. 1, 2, 3. Those are the only squares that are attached to it that haven't been clicked. This 2 is now touching 2 marked mines, so we can click that and we know that that's safe. This 1 right here is touching 1 marked mine, so everything else that's touching it we know is free. So you're using the numbers to sort of steadily move around the board and figure out where all of the mines are. Does that make sense? You're gonna see that sometimes I'll hover over numbers and suddenly blocks will get clicked. It's because a lot of these systems have some way to say, this is fulfilled, I'm done, click everything else. So in this case, like, it's left and right click together. So I can look at this 1. It's touching 3 blocks, but a mine's already been marked, right? So I can just hover over that number, left and right click at the same time, and it clicks the other things. So, oops. Oh goodness. I might have done the wrong number of mines here. The mine density here seems really off. That's okay. This will be our warming up round. Last time I played this, I just clicked around until things blew up. Nice, yeah, that seems right. I mean, that's how all of us originally played it, I'm pretty sure. Somebody in chat's about to be like, not me. I came out the womb knowing how to play Minesweeper. You don't speak for all of us. Yeah, I play Minesweeper a decent amount. Often enough, at least, that on days where I'm not sure what to play, people are like, you should play Minesweeper. And I go, I should play Minesweeper. That's a great idea. Oops. Yeah, look, the density here is all wrong. We need to add like, I don't know, 50 to 100 more mines for sure. Like this is so open. No, incorrect. There's 2 left. 1, 2. So it has to be that. No! What? No! Wait a minute. Oh God, I was thinking about it wrong. Shit. Well, we nearly had it. Okay. Let's try this. Sam did propose with a video game. Why do you ask this? I got sweeped. I did. It's true. He made a game. He made a text-based game for me. And he was like, I've been like working on a text-based game. Will you play it? And I was like, sure. So I played it, and it was very obviously a game about us, but like in space, and we were both starship captains, and it was tight. And there were lots of funny bad ends and stuff. And my starship captain had to save his. He was in danger, and I went and I saved him. And then at the end of the game, his character went to say something, but there was nothing left. And I was like, oh, I guess that's as much as he's written. And when I turned around, he was proposing. And it was very sweet. And I sobbed. I know. It was a really like, I don't know. It was a very sweet proposal. No, I was... I've talked about this before, but, I was planning on proposing to him. He just got there first. Oh, okay. Is the Murloc supposed to be there still? I have not taken it off, so it ams what it ams. It was for Hearthstone, yeah. And I was saying at the start of the stream, literally during pre-show, I was messaged by them and they were like, "We loved your Hearthstone stream. Would you do another one?" And I was like, I guess, sure. I was just surprised because, you know, I'm not good at Hearthstone, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be to enjoy it, you know? Yeah, I also enjoyed mercenary mode, to be honest. Oops. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad your pupper's doing all right. Have there been any games that expand on the Minesweeper genre? There have, yeah. The two games that come to mind are both dungeon crawlers. That's the majority of what I've found. In terms of like trying to do something totally different. Radical Dungeon Sweeper I play a lot. So there's that one. There's also a game called Demon Crawl. Both of them sort of use the Minesweeper format to try and turn it into more of like an RPG. And then there's a game called Temetsi that sort of like takes Minesweeper-y stuff and Hexcells sort of stuff, which are similar, and tries to like make lots of different interesting puzzles out of it. Oops. Okay. Minesweeper hits different at max difficulty. Ah, what a good song. No. Ah. Yeah, Avatar music. Sam's been watching Korra, which has been interesting. Because he was like, well, everybody says that Korra is not as good as original Avatar, so I'm going to watch that first. Which, I mean, I don't think that it's too big of a deal that they're out of order. He's like, I'm going to watch that first, and then I'll, like, really dive into regular Avatar. The reason that I think that it's not that big of a deal is because, like, they are such different shows. Like, the vibe of them is so completely different. Oops. Come on. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, sometimes when we do things out of order, it winds up being interesting in a totally different way, right? Sam attempted Avatar: The Last Airbender like 8 years ago, and got a little ways into season 1, which some people find season 1 to be kind of like slow and middling anyway. He got like a little ways into season 1 and was like, eh. So potentially, like, seeing Korra and having all of these nuggets of, like, you know, seeing the older versions of the kids from Avatar and stuff like that, it might make it interesting for him to watch Avatar after the fact, you know? It shouldn't be. Here, I'll refresh it. Is game and title correct now? Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, you just never know. You never know what's gonna be the thing that helps your brain kind of grab onto something. Whoops! I always get so far. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, this is a custom. You can go to minesweeperonline.com and you can put in custom numbers. So this is my custom. CEO at the time was trying to get rid of all dark or grown-up themes on the channel. It's also why we never got older Jimmy Neutron. Nickelodeon? Were we gonna get old Jimmy Neutron? Was that a thing that was on the docket? Furious. Oh my god. We had so much potential. And we squandered it. Come on. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much. There's another show that was Teen Helga. It got scratched because Daria was already a thing. I did love Daria when I was younger. God damn, I loved Daria. Oop. The playlist that I'm using is our normal one. It's called Video Game Study Lounge. It's on Spotify. Nope, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. This is why I keep dying. I keep going on autopilot. Autopilot will kill you, kid. I saw you played for the Warp. Do you have any thoughts on the game? Yeah, it was fun. It's not super memorable. I haven't had like a strong desire to keep playing it a bunch more. But yeah, it was fun. Sorry everybody for listening to me yawn. I apologize. There is sleep listed in the title. It's true, but not now. Not for now. We don't sleep now, or do we? You know what I want? I'm gonna go get a snack. Hold. BRB. Oh god, I gotta seize.